because I think creativity is so overlooked.
Yes.
I really do. Like, even if you just look at a basic school curriculum, oftentimes it's like the first thing for funding to get cut. It's just overlooked.
Invest in the arts, y'all. Invest in the arts, please.
And if you're like,
thank you.
If you're like sick at something artistic, it's just not valued the same way as someone who's sick like at a sport.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Can we give Chelsea Cutler a round of applause, please? Yes. What up, Chelsea? How you doing, yo? I guess I want to start first off by asking, we love here on the Therapy Sessions podcast, getting to know how happy your heart is at this moment. Where is your heart? It might not be happy, but just what's that feeling like inside your chest there?
No, that's such a good question. What a intimate way to get kicked off. I think it's good.
Okay.
You know, I think putting out the album that you've been working on for 2 years, you know, it's a very, very overwhelming feeling.
For sure.
And I think I'm just trying to take it one day at a time and like really tune in to my ability to like express gratitude and practice gratitude.
Wow.
So that's like, even when I wake up and I'm feeling like cynical or maybe even just in my head a lot of racing thoughts about how is the album performing, what's going on, like I'm just tuning into my gratitude.
Yeah, because I could imagine you could get lost going down those rabbit holes of numbers, of, you know, setting up expectations and maybe not reaching them, or, you know, that's where you could start to maybe spiral into little, I don't know, pockets of self-doubt, you know what I mean, if it doesn't reach a certain milestone. But
yeah, the data is so available.
Yeah.
It's so available.
It's there, you know what I mean? But just to know that you've created this body of work that you put your blood, sweat, and tears into your heart. You're being so open and vulnerable, like you have been. We've been buds for a bit, and you know, and all of your music. Just as you say, being grateful that you're able to do this. That's got to be like a special feeling, knowing that you get to follow your heart and just share your art with the world, right?
Yeah, dude. I try to just tell myself, if 19-year-old or 18-year-old you found out this thing happened, how would you react? Because, you know, being 26, right? So I've been doing music for like 5-6 years now. You get jaded really quick.
Real fast.
And so I just try to say like, okay, what would 19-year-old Chelsea say about this? Would she be excited about it? Because then you should be excited.
Is she? Would she be?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell
definitely.
yeah. Huh?
I think about everything.
Dude, that's got to be mad cool to have that thought, to be able to go back, you know, in your heart, in your brain, and to find the smile, you know what I mean? To be thankful that you do get to do this. I don't know if I've ever asked you this. Where did it start? How did you know that music was going to be the thing that, you know, that was going to be your life's work, your passion?
I think that, so my parents had music playing all the time. They took us to Bruce Springsteen concerts from the second we could walk.
Yo.
Yeah, so it was like always a thing. They made us take piano lessons and guitar lessons, and so it was like music was always there.
Yeah.
I think that particularly with like growing up in Connecticut and going to private school, really small, rigorous, like academic college, obviously the environment around you is essentially just like, go to law school, go to med school.
These are the things,
go
this
work,
is the strategy,
go
this
work
is how
for
it's
a
supposed
bank.
to go. Yeah.
And so my dad's actually a painter.
Okay,
and
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's amazing. And once, you know, traction started to build with music, my parents actually sat me down and they were like, you should leave college.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, we were gonna. Are you looking at my paper? Because I definitely was, and we'll talk about like the decision. I think a lot of your fans.
My eyesight's
yeah, you know what I'm saying. You're looking at it, but we're gonna talk about that decision to you know, not continue on with the schooling thing. You know, as a lot of us as your fans, you know, but to have that support. What must that mean to know that you have a family that is willing to really foster that creative side?
I mean, it's amazing because I think creativity is so overlooked.
Yes.
I really do. Like, even if you just look at a basic school curriculum, oftentimes it's like the first thing for funding to get cut. It's just overlooked.
Invest in the arts, y'all. Invest in the arts, please.
And if you're like,
thank you.
If you're like sick at something artistic, it's just not valued the same way as someone who's sick like at a sport.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Like that. I mean, that was my personal experience. Like in a lot of, I went to like a few different schools throughout like middle school and high school, but at like a bunch of the schools I went to, it was so uncool to be like into singing.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, to have parents who, you know, my dad like worked from home as a painter my whole life. So to see that and have that example is, and they like sat us down, my dad would give us painting lessons. You know, like art was really, really important in our household.
As it should be. I mean, just not only art being important, but the idea to have someone or to have your family, as most families do. I mean, let's you know, keep it honest. We'll support, you know, hopefully, you know, what their child is doing, but to really have someone, you know, understand that was what made your heart happy, and to allow you to do that.
I did too. Crazy, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so to now have this be what you get to do, it was almost like it was destined to happen. Almost like this conversation. I mean, we've chatted a bunch of different times in different, you know, environments, and to have this conversation now and to have these kind of talks, it's like, I don't know. I'm not I'm a believer in things happen for a reason.
Oh, me too.
But it's like super cool that these are the things that are happening for this reason. And you get to be the artist who you are. You get to connect through your craft. Dude, that's got to be a powerful feeling. When you're out there on stage and you're watching words come to life through the fans singing back to you. What are those moments like from your vantage point?
I mean, extremely gratifying.
Yeah.
I think, especially like we were talking about, it's just such a data-driven landscape across a lot of industries right now.
Yep.
And, you know, touring and playing shows, it's super cyclical. So, you know, there's a period, for example, the last year of my life where we've been off cycle with touring, where most of what I have to go off of is numbers and data. And when you get in front of real fans, it's like all of that
goes away.
Poof.
Yeah.
It, dude. Like, it's not relevant. And that's what's relevant.